They gotta put some respect on your name. They gotta look. If you feeling disrespected and you like, hold on, they gotta put some respect on it. Like they gonna feel this respect that I'm gonna make them put on me. I'm not taking the disrespect no more. Or maybe you like, how do I not take this no more? Cause I'm over it. Listen, we're gonna talk about self-respect. I got the amazing Rissa Vibe. Just Palm. Palmer, however you want to call it. You feel me?
Palm Helen.
Rissa Vibe, it's a vibe. You know what I mean? Fairy, goddess is in a flesh. And they got a perspective on self-respect as well. And I've been talking about it on live, so I'm gonna go off the top with just my thoughts, if that's cool.
Yeah, give it
and
to us.
And I don't know what they think. You know, we ain't even go. We said this is perfect to just do it live. Let's get it so y'all getting this exclusive. Thank you. But the idea, right, is just basically stop expecting respect from people that don't respect themselves. And the more you implement them boundaries and bring them up a little, the more the respect is demanded, or they just don't have access to your energy anymore. And so that is you respecting yourself, because I don't even allow people to disrespect me. I don't even be around that. Sometimes even looking at it, you know, like, why am I attracting that? Why do I engage with that? Why do I walk around? I feel like some people walk around just addicted to disrespect. You disrespect. This real. Disrespect. Hey, you did that. Hey, you looked at me wrong. That's disrespect. You know, it's like, whoa, chill. Like, what's going on in your head? It's all in the mind, as
Sensitive.
they say, right?
Sensitive.
Which is understandable. I get it. But I think, you know, I always come from this place of like, what's best for you, the best outlook, the best mindset for you to have that peace, that inner peace, that ability to maneuver through things without taking things personal and giving all of that energy. When we got goals and other things that we actually want to achieve and really give energy to and have the capacity to attain. Yeah. And so self-respect, man, respecting yourself by removing yourself from anything that is coming at you, which you feel like is disrespectful. And it's like, yeah, you don't even have the opportunity. Or when you come into it, listen, I see it, I ain't giving it no energy, but what I'm gonna do is note it, you won't get that opportunity again. That's the self-respect that where I was coming from off the top. I'm gonna let the rest of it simmer.
I love that. I kind of have a question off of that real quick.
Yeah.
How do you set those boundaries? Do you just you clock it and you're like, I'm never gonna interact with this person again? Or do you set soft boundaries? Do you let them know? Do you just move accordingly? Like, how do you set your boundaries?
That's a good question. When I see it, sometimes it can be noted and I'm not allowing that again. Sometimes I might slip and let it happen again, thinking that something's gonna change, or you know, maybe, and then if it happened twice, I'm really on some, I get it. I understand it now, and so I'm not gonna allow that. So yeah, I will, you know what I mean? Like, for example, let's just say I get a phone call, and I'm like, okay, I answered that call, and everybody kind of know, Melo don't really be answering the phone like that, and I answer that call, and you get on the phone and be like, man, I ain't want nothing, man, and then they be quiet and don't say nothing. And I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? Hey, man, the clock is ticking. Like,
what are we doing?
What you was doing before this call.
Well, I got things to do. My time is valuable.
You know, noted, and next time I don't look at it like I'm disrespecting you, but I'm respecting myself when I say, I mean, I'll get back to you. I started using that option where you could like reply with a text on iPhone. I started doing that, and then eventually I moved into D&D mode, and
D&D
that
mode
really helped me a lot.
That is the ultimate self-respect.
Yeah, because then it feels like I don't. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, feels like I don't have to think about it.
And you can set like certain contacts that can override the D&D.
Yeah.
It's like you got the VIP status.
Yeah.
Don't fucking.
Exactly.
Don't mess it up
you
now.
feel me?
It's editable, okay?
So that's one way, for sure. What you think?
I mean, as far as
just self-respect.
Yeah, self-respect.
Or maybe when I first said it, you was like, ooh, I kind of got something to say on that. And I know you maybe have felt disrespected before, and you can even relate to that and say, okay, I can empathize with how y'all might feel.
I think for me, when it comes to respect, I'm Black and Italian. Both cultures are very, very, they have a lot of strong opinions about respect, right? Like you think of like the mafia, you know what I mean? It's like, don't disrespect me, you know? And so I've always had like a very strong sensitivity to people disrespecting me, and I take it very personally. So because I know that about myself, and as I've grown in knowing that about myself, I'm like, I have to protect myself with the boundaries, and also protect the other person from what could happen when I get set off.
I love to know that stuff.
Yeah, so it's like if it's 3 times, I'm going off the rail. Like I'm not even I'm coming out of character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even let it. I don't let it get to that. Now other things, like if it's disrespecting my family or my soul fam, that's you gonna get maybe 2 and I'm gonna go off. Maybe not even 2, because I'm even more like, you know. So I think for me it's a preventative thing.
True.
I'm like, how can I be preventative to interacting with any of those types of triggers?
You like, I know this gonna trigger me, this gonna have me feeling this type of way, so let me just not even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about disrespect. And it is like a self-respect to do that, to know yourself. Like that's it. And another thing with me is how I respect myself is how I build trust with myself. So if I know, and this is for, I think everybody can gain something from this. If you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't do it.
She hitting y'all with something. Hold on. Rewind,
if you
DJ,
tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't do it, you are now losing trust in yourself. Now you have become less reliable to yourself.
Yes, and you feel it.
And that is a form of disrespect to yourself.
I love that.
So it's very important that when you say you're going to do something, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's meditating every day, whether it's, content creation, putting something as a priority, that you do everything you can to show up and do what you said you're going to do.
Sure.
And that's why sometimes smaller goals are better, because then you can build that self-trust and self-respect very easily. Because a lot of y'all don't have self-respect and don't trust yourself and don't feel like you're reliable. So it's going to be hard to show up because you already have a mindset inside of you that's saying, you ain't going to do that. I know you. You ain't going to do that. You're going to do that for about 3 days and you're going to be done.
That self-talk.
So, and it gets creepy.
That story that you continue to tell and perpetuate over and over. Yep.
So the biggest thing is like start small with goals that you know you can accomplish and do every day to build that self-reliability and self-trust and self-respect. And then you build to bigger and bigger things to where you're now going to the gym for, 6 days a week. You work it out like Kobe, you know what I mean? Because you've built that momentum and you know you're going to show up. And that also helps you show up for other people. Because when you know that about yourself, you know that you're going to be that way for everybody else,
You trust yourself more.
You got to be able to clock when people are not doing that for themselves, when they're not showing up for themselves, when they're not trusting themselves, when they're not respecting themselves, like you said, they ain't going to be able to respect or trust or rely to you. So then you got to kind of set the boundaries.
Then you got to understand people more. And then that's why I also see it as like not taking it disrespectfully, because I just understand where they at with it. And I always come from this space of like, compassion.
Yeah, you're still on the journey. Like it's cool, but like because you're on that journey, I got to keep myself from resenting you. For some stuff that you're still growing.
And I like how you brought that up too. Like I know if this happened, this probably was the trigger that, you know what I mean? But,
we ain't going to be able to come back from that. So let's just keep ourselves from having that happen.
I'm pretty sure enough people related to that. Let me know down below if y'all relate. You know what I mean? How you feel about self-respect? And it means we're going to get Palm's perspective because he was also excited too. But, I would love to know what you think. Have you been disrespected lately? Did you get up on them? You know what I mean? Did you get disrespectful back? Did you meet disrespect with disrespect?
Did you clap back?
Or, did you, what I would consider as respecting yourself and go, oh, wow, wow. I'm gonna walk away. You know what I mean? I feel like that's that form of self-respect, and it does take a lot. Patience with yourself and them in the moment at the same time. But shout out to meditation. I feel like I am here with it. Unless you put your hands on me. And that's a different form of disrespect. We ain't gonna go there. We're gonna let Palmer speak on this.
Because I'm already getting to that too. Just thinking about it.
Bro, what you thought? Because I know you mentioned like, I got some thoughts on that too. And I know you got a mind of, gyms.
Absolutely. Y'all basically said everything I was gonna say. But my take on it essentially is, yes, you gotta do what you're telling yourself you're gonna do, because that builds the self-trust. And then in the circumstances when you feel disrespected or triggers come up, you're less likely to react to that because you've worked on yourself enough to know they're not on your level in a place where they can receive that or act accordingly. You can get past that by working on yourself, being more disciplined, staying consistent. Like Melo always says, absolutely staying consistent and do what you're going to say you're going to do. When you do all those things, you build that self-respect, and you're just less likely to react to people and triggers when you're in those situations.
Yeah, out of respect for yourself.
Exactly. And then like the thing is, that's also uncomfortable to maybe not react to those situations, because that's the normal for you, is to react in those uncomfortable situations, and it is uncomfortable to grow out of that. So I feel like that's why most people, why there's so many conflicts and disagreements all the time, is because people just haven't worked on themselves enough, done what you're going to do, say what you said you're going to do consistently enough, so that you don't react like that. Because if everybody's working on themselves, meditating every day, exercising every day, you're already getting physiological benefits of endorphins, feeling good. You're not going to feel disrespected, or at least if you do, you'll be able to handle it much better.
More so give people what they call the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
I done came across people like, no, you ain't getting the benefit of the doubt on this one. I don't think they deserve it, no. And I'm like, how you feel though? How you feel right now in that moment when you're going through that? You know what I mean?
Right, because they don't feel good. It's not a good feeling.
That's a good point, though. Like, the more you feel good, the more you're capable of having the patience to respect yourself and others. I like how you brought that up.
I like that. Yeah.
And I mean, basically just adding some sort of self-discipline with my own journey, and we can all do better every single day. I'm improving every single day myself.
We're not perfect.
But
be clear.
My story with the ice bath challenge
I'm
was
perfectly imperfect. I had to
exactly.
recorrect my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Doing the ice bath challenge, I went 444 days straight, and that alone just built so much mental resilience.
Resilience.
So much
That's
mental
what it's
resilience.
taking in moments.
That,
Mental resilience.
I wasn't getting road rage anymore, or at least as much. I wasn't reacting as much to people, and I was just more happy as a person. And you have to do these things to be happy, and that's just gonna heal the world, basically, bro.
I love that. I love that. Hey, come on now, heal the road. You know what I'm saying? Heal the road and the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's go. Raising the frequency, the highest vibrations on the market. If you got any last thoughts, I think we pretty much covered it in a quick, whatever the amount of time this was. That was fire. Thank you. This is the Melo Will Mindset channel, by the way. I don't think I told them too much, y'all. We all figuring this out together. Self-respect. Respect yourself today. Hopefully you got a takeaway. Drop that down below. That's at Rissa Vibes. Yeah, I'm not doing the editing and all that special stuff. This is raw and uncut. You're going to get it just how it is. That's DJ Palm. Nope. Palmer Ribley.
Just Palmer.
You changed it?
I officially changed it to just Palmer. So we're rolling with just Palmer.
It's official.
All platforms.
It's official.
Encompassing a big brand of all different cool stuff.
Let's go. Let's go. And I'm going to have a link below. Join a community. Maybe I'll share. You got the Patreon and whatnot? Because I know they was feeling that Rissa vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have all that down below in the description. I'm going to see you on the inside. It's exclusive. You already know there's a will. There's a way. Hey.